I'm CJ Gilson. Today, we're at Reformation Brewery in Woodstock, Georgia. We're going to talk to Allie and Ryan about beer and dogs. Ready, Logger? Let's go. Well, like I said, we're here at Reformation Brewery here in Woodstock, Georgia. Today I'm talking with Ryan and Allie. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today, but first, thank you guys so much for taking the day out of your very rough Monday and to go out of your way to sit here and talk about beer and dogs with me. I know this is not exactly what we wanted to do on your Monday, so
post St. Patrick's Day too.
And post St. Patrick's Day, so I drank a lot of beer over the weekend. I had a lot of beer over the weekend. Served a lot of beer over the weekend. But cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thanks for bringing Lager out here and hanging out with us.
Yeah, we got Lager. We got Big. We actually had the barricade Lager down here because he's a very curious dog. So he's been running around and finding mischief somewhere. He's probably going to the ladies' room right now and sneaking in there.
I still think he's going to break through the barrier.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll find out.
There he is.
He's going to try. Anyway, so first, let's talk about this delicious beer. Really cooler.
Yeah.
So what are we drinking here?
So this is Alani. We came out with Alani kind of as a limited release last year. The idea was to do this hybrid ale that kind of blended some of the Belgian world that we were already doing and do something a little bit more trend forward. And we kind of came up with this idea where we were basically going to make a beer that was 2 parts beer, but also 1 part wine. So that's actually how this gets created. It ferments with grape must, and then we condition it along with cranberry and hibiscus. This year's recipe got tweaked a little bit. We used to put apple in there as well, and we pulled the apple out this year and used a new grape varietal on top of that, and kind of just the consensus was it just gave it a little bit more juicier note, a little bit more sweeter, and pretty much everybody on staff has agreed that this is a better adventure.
Like what type started was Belgian beer done your way. And it, to me, like that's one of my favorite parts about like what Reformation is doing is they're taking very traditional, like, you know, don't mess with this recipes, and they're messing with them, and, which is what I love. Like, you know, like you take a Belgian triple and you guys just flip it. Now here you are adding basically wine to beer, which to me is, it's great.
It's a lot of fun, and it's been a huge success for us last year, so we're excited to have it around for basically starting up until now, all the way through September.
Awesome. And so this is just, we got released like what, this week?
This week. Yeah, last week, actually. We've had some, we did a very small batch in the tasting room that kind of hit on, Thanksgiving, and we kept it around for then just because people kept asking about it. But now this is the official seasonal release since it's finally spring.
I love it.
And then it's going to be out for most of the year.
Cool. Well, let's try it. Really smooth. Like
it's very crushable.
It's very like approachable. You can drink the daylights out of it. What's the alcohol?
4.7.
Yeah, so you can drink these all day. Exactly. Like, which is what I actually was looking for in the spring and the summer are beers that I don't want to be wasted after one. Like you want to be able to sit outside and
session drink.
Sessional. But you know, yeah, in the wintertime you kind of want to just get hammered with a 7.5%, and that's all you really want to do in the winter. But in the summer you kind of have to be social most of the day and be outside and be able, this is...
And coherent, of course.
And coherent.
Yes, both of them are co-founders. Hattie is Spencer's.
This is exactly what we're talking. This is okay. They see a ball and they go get it, but it's all right.
We knew. You just wanted to get your face in the camera. We know. Just pull up, grab a beer, pull up. It's all good.
Come on out.
Corey.
I thought you were just having a casual conversation.
We are just having a casual conversation.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's beers with dogs, man. And it's very hard to make a name that you can actually own. So we kind of felt it's cool to build a backstory behind a brand, create like a character. So think of it as a family of beers, and that's really kind of where the whole name and inspiration came from. And
we'll build all different names. Like, hey, this is my beer, Hattie. This is my beer, Jude. This is my beer, Oren, Cadence. Like, it all.
Oh yeah, we get people in here all the time that make the joke of like, oh, my name's Nolan, did you make the beer for me? Yeah. And the answer is always absolutely, yeah, it was for you.
Yeah, we wouldn't be in business if it wasn't for the Nolans of this world that were coming in and thinking that it was their name. So
God bless Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, God bless Nolan Ryan. All right, so the second part to this is always my favorite part, which is talking about dogs. And so it started with me, Logger, in episode 1, we just, I'm going to drink a beer and I'm going to teach him how to play fetch. And so we did. And then that turned into, okay, well, that was fun. I want to go to a brewery and I want to talk to them about beer and dogs because there's such a correlation, I think, between beer and dogs. Beer is designed to be shared. It's not designed to be like, that's why they sell stuff like 6-packs. That's why they sell it in pitchers and kegs and all that. Because dogs, I think, are very pack animals. They're communal animals. Everybody wants to share their dog and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I just thought that beer and dogs just went perfectly together. And I've always been really passionate about both of them.
Yeah.
And the good one sitting here, is who is this?
This is Fig, yes.
Fig. And we've talked earlier, but Fig has a really cool story about how you got Fig and why you got Fig.
Yeah. So yeah, Fig was the part 2 to the proposal to my now wife. What was this? This was around Thanksgiving, like a year and a half ago. But we got her over at Mostly Mutts over in Kennesaw.
Well, Locker is a Mostly Mutts alumni as well.
Nice.
That must be why they're
They
such
need to
good
start
friends.
a club.
Yeah, the alumni group.
Yeah, they're great over there. Mostly Mutts. It's a really nice group over there.
So you got Fig. Was Fig like you get a ring and Fig? And
Oh yeah,
you
the
don't marry
ring
me?
was on her collar. She would have said no without the dog. That's for sure.
I know,
That
that's
is
what
for
I'm saying.
sure. Those 7 years before that didn't matter. The dog sealed the deal.
Trend coming of everywhere needing to be dog friendly, not just for fun, but it's a business decision now.
Yeah.
So as you can see here, like even with your layout and everything, like you guys are very, very dog friendly.
Everywhere but upstairs. So in here, patio, outdoors, we are good, which is like awesome because at the last brewery we just weren't allowed to have dogs inside the brewery. So that was kind of a not so fun part of it. So once we moved over here from the Arnold Mill location, it was really nice to be able to start having dogs over here to be part of that moment. They're part of the family, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Makes
And I
sense.
completely agree. And it's one of those things where I see places that aren't dog friendly, and they're not doing as well as places that are dog friendly. I can really see how you guys are embracing your love of dogs, and it shows with every aspect, from the beer that you guys are making to the layout of everything. It's great. And you guys also have a really cool Instagram page.
We really started a couple months back. There was about 7 or 8 dogs just in this downstairs area. The garage doors were open, and so they were kind of coming and going, and I was taking pictures of them, and I realized that I had 100 photos of random dogs on my phone, and I kind of wanted a place to put those and share them with other people. So me and another coworker kind of came up with it and just said, we're going to start Dogs of Reformation. We thought it was going to be more of a place where our employees would look at it, or just some of our friends, but now it's really grown.
it's organic. It's not like we're sitting there trying to like market that page really at all. It's just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Now breweries are having to find a way to be dog friendly. If you're not, it's a bad business decision. And people want to post pictures of their dog. They want to show off their dog, just like they want to share their beer. So having that Dogs of Reformation Instagram page is just smart. Like the fact that you have ways for other people to send them to you and have their own dog posted, because it kind of makes them feel a part of this family and a part of this
Culture.
Absolutely. We did have a cat
You
on
did?
a leash. Yes,
On a
we had
leash.
a cat on a leash come in a couple days ago, and
The cat behave?
the cat did behave. Just kind of sat under the bar right here.
That's pretty funny.
And the cat is now posted on Dogs of Reformation.
Okay.
Is there a bunch of
One
thumbs
of the
down?
dogs.
Cats
Yeah.
of Reformation might be.
That might be. So when a couple weeks ago when I shot my first episode, the brewery I was at has a brewery cat that just lives there at the brewery. That hangs out there. Usually stays in the back, but when they're closed, it comes out. So Logger was literally there for 5 minutes. I'm literally just walking in my backpack, saying hello to everybody, start to unload. Logger comes over to me with a bloody nose. Like, this cat beat him up. And he was just he was being super sweet, like trying to say hi. He was more curious about it than anything. And he got beat up by a cat. Fine. And
The
more
cats
so.
are great for breweries because they keep things like the mice and the rats and all sorts of
It makes
pests out
sense.
of there.
Like to have
Yeah.
a brewery cat makes absolute sense. It's kind of like the bodyguard of the brewery.
We should.
There's another big event that's coming up for you guys, kind of that I'm real excited to hopefully be a part of. April 20th, there's a big dog day.
Dogs Day Out.
Dogs Day Out. So can Allie tell me a little bit more about, so you're our dog expert today.
Dog expert. So yeah, we're inviting out all the dogs. We have a couple dogs too that we like to call our ambassador dogs. That are hopefully coming out too. They kind of represent us on Instagram with our collars or leashes, and so we'll have them come out. And our Wonder Dog Bakery is going to be here. They supply us with all of our treats that we have here for sale and normally on the bar. But we're just going to have a big play day and hopefully have a dog, I guess you could say catwalk for dogs.
Your dog's doing